Hi, my name is Molly Covarrubias. I'm a recent graduate of Wheaton College, and I chose hoops and homework. And so every day I would go. Usually in the mornings as well as I would go in the afternoons, I should say. And we would do everything from basketball to homework to making sure that, the kids weren't forgetting some of the math skills that they learned the year prior. So just a lot of making sure that, they're staying on top of their schoolwork and, possible subjects to come in the following year. And I do remember one of my favorite aspects of hoops and homework was when they put in the garden beds in, and then throughout the whole summer we were seeing, the different vegetables grow and how big the eggplants were. The carrots got really big, a lot of kale. So, I really do love like the agricultural aspect of life in general and of like growing your own food and sustainability and eating well. So it was really awesome to see the kids get to experience that and understand, where food comes from and, why it's really great to eat healthy. So that was definitely something that stuck near and dear to my heart during hoops and homework and my time there.
So, Molly, thank you so much for joining us today. And I know you had a great time there. So tell the folks, when you first walked in there, your first day, what do you think about the whole thing? I mean, this is all new to you. Tell us about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's repetition in the days, but I think that that's where the kids found a lot of comfort, is they knew exactly what was going on for each specific hour block or things like that. It was just a matter of like what sport we were going to play today or what activity we were going to do for art or what snack it was, things like that. But I think that the repetition is really important for children and like growing minds in general. So there was this little girl, and she spoke really, really awesome Spanish. So I know that we always spoke Spanish with each other. And she was in kindergarten, I think, or going into kindergarten that year. So she was really excited. And she would just love to play basketball with us, but the basketball was so big compared to her little body. So that was really cute to see. And she would show up every day. She was never late. She was really communicative. Whenever one of her parents picked her up, she was really excited to see her parents. But when she was, in the program, she was really present. So I just remember thinking about like how mature she is for such a little teeny girl and how it's like how she has so much to learn and grow, but she's just really composed and really sweet. And I just like never had any there was no behavioral problems with her throughout the summer. She was, would always eat her snack. She was just a really, really great kid. So yeah, definitely her. The basketball and how small she was hilarious. Like a book. And like the kids throughout the summer started to get used to what they like to read. So I think that in general, like the academics that were most easy to like engulf the students and kids were like the literature, the books, the pictures. And if like there was a kid acting up, you could just sit with them and ask them to read. So there would be like July 4th activities or like specific activities for whatever, celebration was going on that month or that week, which was the students always liked. Like a specialty program was like is always really appreciated from them, and then therefore you can like read about it and color about it and things like that. We kind of had like a mini carnival day at one of the locations, and we had like played in the water, like the like sprinklers. It was a really hot day. There was popsicles, things like that. It was really nice. But it taught me that like there needs to continue to be people that show up and like provide services or provide donations, like because if we don't bring like smart, talented people like in the nonprofit world or in like in the development of youth and especially like underserved neighborhoods and youth, like we're not going to get anywhere. Like I really remember walking away from that being like there's a lot more that the average person can do like in our community than we like think about. Like we think that we need to like create like a life-changing program, or like donate $20,000 to like a cancer research foundation. Like it's not like that black and white. And I saw that by working with Hoops and Homework, like bringing in a bag of books, new books that they've never seen, like is something new for a whole week. Or like having sports equipment they can play for, having like a clean environment that they can play. Like it's really, really important, and it's going to keep them like organized and out of trouble in general, to make sure that they're on the right path to be successful like their other counterparts. But it just gave me the sense that like being able to help somebody stay not even on the right track, but stay healthy and like mentally aware and curious. Yeah, so they definitely noticed things about me that were different, and then they wanted to be able to have like a similar characteristic, which was really cool. I mean, that's like a really important thing. I think that like outside engagement is like crucial, because they're used to seeing their teachers at school and like the repetition in the schedule at school. But I think that the summer is there's some statistic where it's almost like 30% of everything that you learn that year is lost. So the donations are arguably one of the most important things of keeping a structure alive. If you think that like education and safety in the summer should be equal, or should be striving for equality, then by donating to Hoops and Homework, you're essentially ensuring that a group of kids every summer get to be safe and get to maintain the knowledge that they learned the year before in a contained environment that's safe, that's repeatable, and that's just like local. And every dollar that you're donating to is helping these young minds be able to have the opportunity to keep going and keep growing. So rather, you're giving money to a trusted staff and group of people who is then going to take that and then invest it into the young minds. So like every dollar is arguably helping kids down the line, like years and years and years later. So it's just really important that those donations keep coming, because if we don't have programs like this, then the separation of the haves and have-nots is going to be irreversible. So and just kind of repeating that this is a space that is near their house, so it's easy for their parents to pick them up so they can stay at work and continue to have that income, but also understand that their kids are in a space with adults that are safe and looking after them. And also like having access to snacks, to being able to brush their teeth, to clean bathrooms, to library books, and all the resources that are really important to keeping a kid safe and healthy. So it's really, really important that those donations continue to come, as it is a full year program. You're right.